Hello, friends. So, this is my car, and I have some extra time, so I am going to fix these up. This right here, and then a little mishap with my grandson. So, I'm going to sand that down, get that taken care of also. That's what I'm going to do today. We're just going to sit here and sand it. I'll show you little bits here and there. I don't have a lot of memory on my phone, but we'll see how far we get with it. Just a little bit of soap and water. And an old used up 600 grit sandpaper. I'm only going to sand this back a little bit. It's my car, so it's not necessary to have the perfect blend on here. When you're doing sanding like this on a regular repair, what you would do is make sure these edges are smooth. And because this is bare metal right here on this seam, I'll show you what we're going to do, but you would use primer. You don't want to just put your paint on top of the metal. You want to have a primer on there to protect the metal and give your paint something to bond to. Now you want to usually do this in circles. Just go back and forth if you're doing it by hand. And the reason you want to scuff this up anyway, you're not going to have good luck if you just have paint onto a glossy surface, a smooth surface. You're going to have a scuffed up surface. So this is an old 600 grit, and the used up ones usually give you about 1,000 grit. What you got? You got a pet? Is that your pet? Is that your pet? That's funny. Leave him, let him go. He's not hurting anything. He's going to eat bugs. He's going to eat bugs. Okay? You're good. Now he's going to sit there and watch you, Bella. If you're doing this at home, which you can do to your own car, you can do this. What you want to do is just sand it, sand all your open spots, make sure that everything is flush. I'm not going to worry about that with my car. I just want to cover it. But you want to make sure these edges are tapered. I would suggest using anywhere from 400 to 600 on a sander and just clear this area up. But the biggest thing is, don't even think that you're going to paint on that bare metal, because it's going to go wrong. What's going to happen is that's going to start coming back off. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to primer it a little bit, and we're going to let it sit. Because I have a white car, I'm going to go ahead and use the white primer. Most cars you can use the gray, and even if you have a white car, you can use the gray. But we just happen to have a little bit left. And I'm not taping anything off either. There's no point in all that. I'm just using short spritz, and we're going to let that sit a minute. So we're going to let this sit a minute, and once it starts drying up, it'll become kind of gritty because this is sanding primer. And then I'll take another piece of sandpaper after I cover it maybe another time, and I will sand it down. But I want to use a little bit more primer on it, but I don't want to overdo it because then you're going to get drips. And we don't want drips. We just want to cover up what we got here. That's all I'm doing. It's just an old scrapped car. It's a scrapyard car. You've seen it on this channel before. It's a Chevy Impala, a 2005. I'm just covering up that. Now, what am I going to use for paint? While we're letting that do its thing there, I'm going to, letting it set up, I'm going to give it another coat. But when it's time to paint, I'm going to use the Duplicolor GM white. It's going to be a little whiter than this one, but it'll still be okay because I'm just going to try to blend it in. All right. So you can do this at home if you want. You just have to know what you're doing. It could peel off again, but like I said, it's just an old car. I just want to clean it up. So you can see that I've covered this up. And we'll let that kind of tack up a bit. We'll put a second coat. And then we'll put the white on there. It's not going to be fancy. Now, if it were fancy, you would tape off your light. You would cover your engine, cover the tires, the spots that you're not going to paint. But I'm only doing these spots right here because they're bothering me. I have no idea why. It's stupid, to be honest. Well, it's been probably 30 minutes and it's still showing signs of wet. Not to mention, I brushed up against it like a dummy. So, this is where you get the heat gun out. We're going to add some color to it now. Cover those up and call it good. It's my car. I don't have to worry about what it looks like, but it won't look bad. The best you'll have, or the worst you'll have, is you'll be able to see the little spots that were down to bare metal. But that's because I didn't go all out with it. That's okay. I go both ways. Now we'll let that sit a little bit, but you know how well that worked out. So, heat gun. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, but you might be able to see that it's starting to gloss up a little bit. It won't be super glossy, but it'll be semi-gloss. But as soon as I get those 2 spots covered up with the white, I'll do a quick gloss coat, and it won't be much. And we'll add another little spritz. This looks really decent. I'm going to go this way because I've noticed that it's not doing what it should on this far side of this first. Now, you never want to overdo it. You never want to just, because then you're going to have running paint. It's going to be uneven. You do short little spurts and just keep pushing the trigger, okay? Just little short strokes, little spurts, and you'll get the coverage you want, but you got to be patient. You have to be patient. Now that that's dry, you can do one thing. You can sand it down, but it's still kind of, you can feel it's kind of, it's not, I'm not going to sand it. Okay, I'm just going to put a little thing of gloss on it. But you could sand it, make it look a lot better, make it blend in, and it'll be great. Okay, so I've got them covered. I wanted the metal covered. That was my goal. I accomplished my goal. This is just plastic. And so I just wanted that covered because it's just an ugly black spot. Anyway, this is good. It's still rough, so it'll take the clear. But if it were not rough, you would want to sand that up. That way it would have a surface that it would bond to. Now, there are some people who will do, I don't like to do this. Because if you put your color on and it orange peels, you have to be able to get that out of there. With the clear coat on there, you're never going to get it off. It ain't going to happen. I've done enough of these to know that even using the sanding machine, you're probably going to go straight through that clear and into the color and back down to where you started. Not worth it. Do your color, let it dry or dry it. And then make sure it's rough enough to accept the clear when it's dry, and then put the clear. Like I said, if this was somebody's car, I was going to have to sand that down to where you couldn't tell it before we ever put primer on it. You would not be able to see the 2 spots, but this is my car. I'm just covering up that metal. That's what I'm doing. Now, there is a way to make this gloss up again, and I will eventually when I do the polishing on this car, which is actually coming here pretty soon, because what I want to do is get a 1-year ceramic coat on it. Anyway, you can see the 2 spots, and you can still see the spots up there, but the bare metal is covered, and that is what I wanted. So, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I sure do appreciate it. That's how you can cover up those spots on a car you love, but you know it's never going to be beautiful, even though my car is not too bad. Anyway, there you go. And we will gloss it up on another video whenever I get to the polishing on this car. We'll see you later. Peace.